What NSFW things are you above average at? My ex-fiancée fractured my skull with her thighs when I was going down on her once. I am the undefeated champion at pallet jack racing in our warehouse. We've had 4 official races but nobody has dethroned me. I used to give my ex-boyfriend a spa day. I'm not a licensed therapist, but I set up a whole scene. I set up a massage table with sheets and drapings, dress in a matching lingerie ensemble, and invite in the customer a little role-playing. I used massage techniques I've researched and use the absolute best oils. I'd wash, exfoliate and moisturize his face, his hands, cuticles, the soles of his feet. Then, after about 1.5 hours of relaxation, I'd give him a rather lengthy happy ending, sometimes twice. I'd then go into the shower with him and wash him off head to toe. He's told me that the depth of sleep after that shower borders on death. I've been told that I can scratch lightly a certain way that drives people wild, like run my fingernails on the skin. My boyfriend begs for arm scratches sometimes. I can fit my entire fist in my own mouth. Not sure how NSFW that is considered, but every time someone asks me to do it, it is followed by a bunch of NSFW jokes. I poop faster than the toilet flushes, so I flush before I push. I've raced Poseidon with pee before, but this is madness. I've jerked it so much in my life that I can now last as much as needed in bed, but only if I'm on top and controlling the action. If I'm getting ridden, that's a one-way ticket to Cumtown. Penis having. The average person has roughly 0.5 penises. I have one. If she's hot and I'm crushing, I can stay hard after coming, keep going as long as have energy. This is a practiced skill with a BDSM partner. Feel like I leveled up. I can do that booby dancing that Terry Crews does, probably just as well as him, except I have above average sized breasts, woman, and rarely show anyone. It's just something fun to do, like when I'm listening to a fun song and I'm bored. I can suck my own dick. I can suck your own dick also. Beating my meat like it owes me money. I may be a straight man, but my asshole is insanely flexible. I've been jamming shit up there for years. Started with a Mary Kay face was bottle when I was like 10. I've had vacuum handles, big electric toothbrushes, even Malfoy's wand. Malfoy's wand or Malfoy's wand. Writing porn. I'm really good at it. The trade secret is to make there be a cogent emotional reason for the sex and then integrate that into the scene. Use lots of sensory imagery for how things feel. Foreplay is also important to a written sex scene, as it grows the word count and gets the audience feeling the mood. It's fine to have some fantasy elements like boners that comply on demand, simultaneous orgasms, repeat rapid rounds. What people think they want to talks about hot bodies, chiseled abs, 9-inch dicks, F-cup tits, and girthy hips. Nobody knows what a woman 5'4" and 32 F-24 to 36,112 pounds looks like, but they can easily envision a shortish woman with abundant breasts, smallish waist, and flared generous hips a man could grab hold of. Hot bodies are nice, but great porn is all about emotional payoff via sex. Express longing, happiness, grieving, anger through the sex with both touch and dialogue. Combine that with a running plot with relatable stakes and you have porn people love like no other. Getting off without touching my dick. I'm guy, and yes, I do have a dick, and no one else is touching it either. Getting 5,000 on the jumping dinosaur game. Having an incredibly tiny cock. You know how some people say they have no gag reflex? Well, I am a master at having a sensitive gag reflex and will definitely throw up on your dick, no matter how hard I try not to. There's a fetish for everything and everyone. Some dudes like it, so I make sure that on days I know that I'm going to that, I only eat soft foods like smoothies and peanut butter. I went to the dentist today and threw up when the hygienist put the X-ray bite things in my mouth after my cleaning. I'm really good at eating pussy and rubbing pussy. I dated a dirty girl in high school who trained me well. You'd be lucky to get 4 pumps out of me. I had a friend who multiple girls have told me stories of how good he was at sex. Instead of being jealous, I just kinda asked him his secret, hoping he'd clue me in. He said when he was like 20, he was on like 9-month drought, so he got desperate and hooked up with like a 39-year-old MILF at a bar. She basically just trained the dude what to do over like a period of a year. The Yoda of MILFs. I squirt. And I squirt hard. I hate it a lot. Only because I usually orgasm a few times in a row, and each and every time I do orgasm, here come the waterfalls, making sex messy and very stressful sometimes. I did have an ex that shamed me for doing it. He hated to wash his sheets and air out his mattress. One time he even asked me not to orgasm, and that he was tired of me being overly excited with my orgasms. Being told I finger well by a hard majority of the fingered party. I just do the come hither faster and faster, then slow then fast. Just read the come Hitler and WTF. Getting f***ed in the ass by life. Oral. Apparently. Same. I'm female and the trick is to use your hand about halfway through the event. You twist your hand from tip to base and follow with your mouth. I hear it's great. I can nut in 2 minutes flat. Those are rookie numbers. You got to get that number down. I have a knack for being a matchmaker, introducing two people that really get into each other. If that were me, those two people would be my crush and my best friend. Massages. Normal and extra. Oral. I have always enjoyed the pleasure of going down on a woman, and I have found if you listen to her cues, she will tell you everything you need to know about what feels good to her. Testicle size. Literally the two dudes that have seen them outside of a professional setting told me they were abnormally huge. I can suck dick with little to no gag reflex. If the amount of sex my wife and I have is any indicator, absolutely nothing. I can burp the alphabet. Making jokes at other people's expense. Blow jobs. Belly dancing. Operating a forklift without a current operator's license. Operating a forklift without a current operator's license. Literally NSFW. Drunk cooking. Drifting in Need for Speed. I eat drumsticks by sucking off all the meat in one go. It didn't click in my head why people would laugh or blush and look away until just last year. I'm a dude. Eating ass. I'm the Mike Tyson of tongue-punching stink stars. Being told I'm the best of their lives multiple times from multiple people when it comes to sucking dick, so I guess I'm pretty good at it. You sound like my ex. She loved it so much that she even practiced secretly with other guys while we dated, but no, worth 100%. I'm good at climbing pallet racks. Sending dick pictures to religious leaders. Eat pussy like a pro. I see all you people talking up your blowjob game. I'm pretty certain I'm great at receiving them. Checkmate. Browsing Reddit. I'm a regular wizard. I can search and find basically anything I'm looking for or need. My boss is not a fan. I love the process of making women orgasm. It's like solving a puzzle, finding out what she likes, what she doesn't like. You get the picture, and once you figure it out, your partner can have some really amazing sex. And I'm starting to get good at finding interesting and novel ways of doing it. I once made a girl come just by massaging her butt. I can deliver insults to people's faces and they don't punch me, most of the time. I've been told by many people that I'm great at giving a blowjob. I think the secret is that I try to have fun with it, so I shake things up a bit. Do not jiggle me bollocks. Pooping. It takes my husband 45 minutes to poop. I'm in and out in less than 10 minutes on average. He finished pooping in 5 minutes and is probably redditing for the other 40. Seriously, it's the only time I ever get any peace, so I'm going to sit there in my own stench for half an hour at least. I am really good office chair racing. We do it all the time in my office. I ended up with a lovely carpet burn on my elbow once, but hey, I'm willing to put my body on the line to be a winner. I have a fantastically skilled tongue. Am a pro at shaving a woman's vulva perfectly, no nicks, no stray hairs, no irritation, and an oral happy ending when requested. See number 1. I can't say that I completely understand it, but choking a woman in bed, I would never consider it be anything special, but have numerous girls kinda weirdly gush over it. How I apply pressure. When I am rougher versus letting them breathe. I've never thought about it and I think I really just pick up on body cues easily, but it's been commented and talked about enough to realize I am apparently very good at sexually strangling women. Going down on women. Apparently, I don't have a special technique or anything, but if I was to name one thing consistent throughout my sex life, it is that every time I give oral I get told how it was unbelievable, or that I gave them an extremely intense orgasm. Something along those lines. It isn't really something I get to bring up often. Hanging paintings. I'm pretty good at it. Probably above average. For some reason, my wife's office doesn't allow anyone but maintenance to hang paintings. They say it's not safe for work. Taking pics of myself. No matter how bloated I am, I have a few good poses that never fail me. Too bad I can't brag about it, and always look like shit in regular photos. BJ's. It ain't much, but every guy I've done it for said it was good, and for obvious reasons, I believe them. 2 out of 3 said it was the best they'd had. Dunno how much of that I believe, but I'm confident in my abilities. Me and my wife were drunk and we drove home BC. We were both a little bit horny, so we got into the bed and things got wild. We tried a few different positions that we hadn't tried before until my wife was like, I have an idea. She led me to the garage, took the ladder, and propped it up on the roof. Let's do it on the roof, baby. At the time, we both thought this was gonna be amazing, but as soon as we laid on the roof, we realized it wasn't BC of the scratchy tiles. We both got up and fell off of the roof and into the bushes. I shattered my spleen and a twig went up my wife's vagina and tore her cervix. Our neighbor saw us and called the ambulance. We still can't have sex without my wife's vagina hurting. This was a month ago. Yes, we were naked on the roof and our neighbor saw us like that. Blowjobs. Being above the average year of age to lose virginity in my country. A girl taught me a weird way to finger and everyone basically freezes and slips into a coma in a good way when I do it to them. Share with the class. I genuinely enjoy foreplay, so that means usually my wife has 2 to 3 great orgasms before we even get to the main event. In high school I was a super prude, mildly sheltered. I had no idea it was a sex innuendo thing. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem with my tongue in like literally probably 10 seconds or less. The first time I ever tried was when a friend challenged me years ago, apparently as a joke. I had never done it before and he was stunned. A lady friend of mine was telling me about her boyfriend and how he learned how to do the sex. She had a realization that guys generally aren't taught how to find the G-spot among other things, so she took it upon herself to find me some very detailed articles ranging from general women's magazines to lesbian sex blogs to help teach me how to make it last as long as possible and make her come multiple times. If any one of my fellow guys want an overview, there are 2 things that I've found worked for me after reading all this material: how to recognize the G-spot and how to make her properly orgasm. The G-spot is found about 1 to 3 inches from the entrance of the vagina. If she's on her back, and your fingers are stroking upwards, then you will eventually feel what is described as a moist walnut texture, which is very different than the rest of the walls of her vagina. It goes without saying that there's various techniques to stimulate this, from your fingers to your dick, or even your tongue. As long as you focus on the G-spot, you will be doing the sex thing right. The second thing is timing. You guys know that a consistent stroke motion over a period of time will be phenomenal to get to climax. Same thing for a girl. You need to keep the stimulation at a constant pace. You will get tired if you want to go fast, but as long as you rotate between different things while focusing on her G-spot, she will thank you for it, as my lady friend declared. To this day, I have her to thank for making all my partners satisfied, and shall be pleased to know that I'm sharing what she taught me to complete strangers who will hopefully use it, because it apparently isn't common sense. That's my response for why I think I'm above average. I'm sure there are people who perform better, but I've never had a complaint yet. Cooking children. You know how some people can tie a cherry stem in a knot with their tongue? Well, I can knock a ball 30 yards off a tee with my tongue. Think about that, ladies. I was told my member has the perfect shape to massage the G-spot. not NSFW, but I like giving massages, rub-downs, whatever. I like touching people, and I like making them feels good. My wife isn't into massages as much, so people are always shocked when I reach over, squeeze their shoulder, and the entire thing make a loud popping noise, and it feels like I performed an exorcism on their aches and pains. I'm rather good at fingering. I can make a girl squirt inside a couple minutes, which frankly is a godsend because I worry, don't we all, that my dick isn't long enough. Standing on chairs. When my husband wouldn't pay attention to me, I got really good at squirting him with my milk that I could hit him in his ear every time. While I'm not amazing at oral, I'm incredible with my hands, or so I've been told. Standing on a swivel chair, obstructing emergency exits, running while holding sharp objects. I can make your work environment as dangerous as you want, baby. I am one of a small percentage of men that have no refractory period after orgasm. I didn't even know how rare it was until my last girlfriend asked an anonymous question about it when we went to a Dan Savage Love podcast taping, and her question was answered during the show. Sometimes ex-girlfriends felt like they weren't doing a good enough job because I wouldn't go soft after sex. But my last girlfriend treated me like a unicorn for it, albeit with a relocated horn. So now I'm pretty proud of it and humble brag a little on occasion. Who knows if it will last into my 40s, but for now I'm enjoying multiple rounds in a row. Nipple stimulation. How hard we talkin'? Obsidian level. I'm pretty good at standing up in rolling chairs and on the highest rungs of ladders. Eating out women. Am man. Farting. Can rip for days. I'm a straight guy who can deep throat a banana down to the end. Not sure how I'm gonna use that talent, but I have it. I can't come. I've had sex a lot with girls I liked or loved, and sex can't make me come. The only way I can is jerking off, and it gets to the point where me and my partner give out from physical limitations and not sexual ones. I can ejaculate a considerably larger than average volume. In my experience, women either really love it or really hate it.